You should be saving your bananas and your bread. You have brown bananas, it's obvious what you're gonna do with it. You're gonna make banana bread, but say you don't wanna make the bread part. You could skip that and just make banana bread pudding. Now I'm gonna be running you through how I make the custard for this banana bread, then some ice cream and a caramel. Now let's start off with the banana custard. So for this custard, it starts off with hella eggs, then the milk and cream. Put it into a container with your sweetened condensed milk, and preferably use a container that can hold everything because mine just fell and made a fucking mess. Fuck. Now what I wanna do is blend it until smooth with the vanilla, sugar, before I add in the bananas. Okay, obviously these baby bananas are just to make the video cuter, but I'm thinking the equivalent of 2 bananas for this mix. We can also use the same base to make a banana ice cream. Give it a good old blitz with the bananas, and then we set that aside in the fridge. Now for the main part of the bread pudding, the bread. I don't think it really matters what kind of bread you use, but I prefer to use a sourdough bread because it soaks in that custard so much better and holds it in well. I dice up my bread into large sized cubes, toss it into a bowl with my custard. The ratio can be found on my website. In addition to tossing in the custard with the bread, I also added in some bananas to mash up. Keep in mind these bananas were brown. Preferably I use brown bananas for this. Then in a loaf pan, just like this stove cast iron pan that holds in heat very well, I line it with some parchment paper and some spray. Cover it, toss it into a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Then after 20 minutes, remove the lid. Let it cook for another 10 minutes or until GBD, golden brown and delicious. Pull it out of the oven and let it cool. Here is your banana bread pudding. Now for the banana ice cream. I'm going to take that exact same custard that we made in the beginning of the video, heat it up to 176 degrees Fahrenheit, remove it from the heat, give it a strain, let it cool completely overnight. Then according to your ice cream machine instructions, churn it on low for a nice creamy banana gelato. Cover it and then toss it in the freezer when it's a Wendy's frosty consistency. Now I'm going to show you how to make a nice garnish for this ice cream. A dreamy caramel sauce. It starts off with water, then sugar, and we're going to bring it up until it turns into an amber brown color. Once it comes up to that amber brown color, toss in the cream. Be careful, it might splatter. Whisk it vigorously. Once completely mixed, toss in the butter, stir it up, and remove from the heat. It will thicken up right before ready to serve. Once your banana bread pudding is completely cooled, you can then pull it out. Carefully remove it, then slice it to your desired consistency. If you'd like, you can completely cool it and then wrap it, toss it in the fridge, and save it for later. What I like to do is heat it up with a little bit of brown butter in a skillet and give it a little toasty toast on each side, just like you would with a French toast. Serve it up with your banana ice cream, a brulee banana, and your caramel sauce. As you see here, I forgot to add my caramel sauce. Not completely necessary, but it does make it all the more delicious. Try this out with a savory recipe as well. Savory bread puddings are just as delicious. As always, the recipe is on my website. I'll see you next Tuesday. Fucking money.